on Wednesday is Guidance Night, ISC Guidance Night with Wendy West and Trish Crowley and me. And then on Thursday night is the first in a series of classes, Sacred Elements and Directions with Tom Hogan and me. That starts at 6:30. On Friday, Victoria will be leading a Saint Germain meditation. That starts at 6:30. On Saturday, Trish Crowley is continuing her cleaning classes, not, dust and brooms and mops and that kind of thing, but it's Cleaning 102, and I understand that's how to clear yourself, so that'll be fun. That's at 2:30 on Saturday. And then the last weekend in the month, we have our Welcoming the Warmth, Expo on Saturday and Sunday. So we'll have practitioners, we'll have readers, so mark your calendars for that. And once again, the John of God Bed will be here the first weekend in March, the 3rd through the 5th. There's a handout up front that has the contact information if you'd like to go ahead and book your session. So they'll be here.
Our music ministry here is growing, so we are so thankful to have people like Marlene who come and share her talents with us with the singing bowl. And also we have our little go-to song to kind of raise the energy and the vibration. And you guys are welcome to sing along with us there. Or join us on Facebook and YouTube. And we appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for that. This is called the Awesome Song. So here we go. It's gonna be an awesome day, awesome, awesome, awesome day. Awesomeness in every way. It's gonna be an awesome day. Awesome day. Awesome day. It's gonna be an awesome day, awesome, awesome, awesome day. Awesomeness in every way. It's gonna be an awesome day. Awesome day. Awesome day. Now as you go on your way, have a very awesome day. It's only weird the first time. Thank you. And I'd like to introduce Victoria, my wife, who will be giving today's message about twin flames.
I got the good lipstick on. Let's take a deep breath. Put our feet on the floor. Call in the blood ones. They're already here. What is a twin flame? That is a catchword this society is using. Have you found your twin flame? Are you looking for your twin flame? Do I have a twin flame? When my counsel sets me and gets me quiet, and sometimes they have to say, Victoria, just sit for 5 minutes, we need you. When I sit for quietly, I'm usually in my room, my beautiful purple room, and I'm sitting in there, and they go, okay, she's going to give us about 8 to 10 minutes. Let's go, we got to get this done. And they drop it. And then they start sending me through spirit, like all of you, if you're paying attention. They start sending you the information, the people, the things that you need to enhance what you have been given through spirit. Ever walk by a bookcase and a book fall out in front of you? Yeah. There's a reason for that. Pay attention. You ever have a gift from someone out of the blue, and it's of a spiritual nature? That is the living one trying to get your attention. And the first thing they did with me was, Victoria, you are mistaking about something that you believe. Here, let me show you the truth in this. I was under the misconception that not everyone has a twin flame. I have been shown differently. When the living one made the soul, it was split on purpose, so you may have a male and female half. So I was lovingly corrected. Every soul on this planet has a twin flame. What does that relationship look like? Well, it's not what you read in a book, and it's definitely not what you see in a movie. A twin flame relationship is extremely intense at times. It can also be very karmic balancing. That's its purpose. We're going to do the flip side first before we go to the other side. When you come across your twin flame, you're like this. I'm home. When you come across your twin flame, you're at peace. You know it. Everything falls into place. You're not waiting by the phone. You're not filled with anxiety. You're not filled with what if. It just happens. You meet your twin flame when you've done enough work on the self to be open and to recognize your other half. You may look very different bodily. You may speak differently. You may even think differently, but your souls are the same. One of my clients asked me the other day, Victoria, how do you know if you're going to be a male or female when you come in? And I looked up at Ezekiel, and he goes, it's karma. It's what they got to work with on their karma, what chooses if they're male or female. But what if they're a little bit of both? Oh, that's great. That means they can balance their other half. Thank God. Because you have more balance, more male, more female. It's not going to be fun with your twin flame. You're going to struggle. You're going to be at each other's throats. Okay, keep me on point. So, when you are around your twin flame, it is hard to be without them. You, on a soul level, miss their absence. Tell you a quick funny story. I was married for about 21 years. Not a bad guy. We just went and fit for one another. But I used to send him on fishing trips. Honey, go. I bought you a boat, bought you a new motor, go. See you next week. Twin flames don't do that very often. They may need a spiritual break, but the physical break, it shows in their body, and it shows on how they speak. They don't do well. Y'all have seen that when this one has to leave. Y'all see a complete difference in me. I'm quieter. I get in a corner. I don't want to be bothered. I just want my other half around me so I have my balance. Okay? Now, how do you find your twin flame? By finding yourself first, by being at peace, calling in the law of forgiveness is the main key. Did you hear that? That's an alchemic formula. Calling in the law of forgiveness for self. So when you do come across at the appointed time, because it's never by accident, and some twin flames have been away from each other since creation. Some have. Some even longer than that. So when you come across your twin flame, that means you've done enough work on yourself, forgiveness of self and others. You're ready to meet what is like you. Then what do you do the day after? You've met them. Now what do you do? This is what you don't do. If they are attached to someone else in any way, shape, or form, marriage, living with, having a relationship with another, you walk away. Please hear me when I say this. You don't go in to try to get that person to change their mind. One reason only. You take them off their appointed path. You take yourself off your appointed path, and you cause bad karma. So you're heaping more on you. That you got to call in the law of forgiveness, because guess what? Karma is an illusion. So don't heap more on you by choosing to destroy a family because you think you have an attraction to someone that is not yours to be with. Don't do something like that on purpose, honey. It will destroy and fragment the soul. And we have fragmented it enough through our many lifetimes. And when the twin flame union comes together, that's when the soul starts coming back into oneness with self. Because you're looking at the version of you. And I hear Victoria's egoic thought, have you met him? Yes, we have. And we love him dearly. When these unions come together, they can look like many things. They don't have to be all sexed up against the wall, which is nice. It doesn't have to be this heavy sexual experience. Most times it is not. So when you realize you have found your twin flame, y'all are choosing to be together in this lifetime, and then the day after, that's when the real work begins. Because twin flames come together for one reason only. And when I was shown this, I had to really look at it like, really? That's a lot of work. To fulfill the blueprint of the living one itself. You have seen this in action with Randy and I in the last year and a half. We are fulfilling a blueprint from the living one itself. Now, soulmates can do that. But they're saying this to me, go ahead and say it, but not at this level. It's a whole different ballgame. So the responsibilities that we have the day after, we need to be aware of at all times, whether we like it or not. So, what's the easiest way to find your twin flame? Is to find yourself first and be at peace with it. And you will hear me say, call in the law of forgiveness to yourself. We are harder on ourselves than the living one ever thought about being. And I'm going to say something everyone in this room knows. There is no opposite of love. At the frequency here, there is no opposite of love. There's only an opposite of love in this frequency, which is, I only love you if. That's next week. So, twin flame formula. Find yourself first. Call in the law of forgiveness. Love yourself unconditionally. Quit being so damn hard on yourself. You're made in the image of the living one. You are flawless. You are perfect. But what do you mean? I have issues. Yeah, you got issues. You're in human form also. Which I'm lovingly reminded when my body hurts. I'm also human. I'm divine, but I'm human. And I was really, really shown that yesterday when I had a massage by a little Asian woman that I thought was a wrestler. She threw me around that table for an hour and a half. But I'm in no pain today. We collect so much pain in our bodies. Our bodies tell us exactly and warn us exactly what's going to happen if we pay attention and if we know the right people to ask. So, beloved ones, how do you feel about yourself? Is it hard for you to say with knowing, I am a blessing to all that sees and hears me? Is that hard for you to say? If it is, that means you're not seeing yourself as your highest potential. It should roll easily off the tongue because you know that you know. I am a blessing to all that sees and hears me. And know it. Now, second formula, please. To speed up this of what you want the twin flame sitting beside you, in front of you, holding your hands. You must send love to your twin flame. If you take 3 to 5 minutes a day, it may take 50 years, it may take 50 days, it may take 50 seconds for them to be in front of you. But the more you train the mind to sit quietly and to send love to your other half. You may not even know this other half yet. But I guarantee you, you will know their soul as soon as you see them. Because your heart literally goes like this. Quick story, a lot of you know this. I'm sitting in Clarksville, Tennessee. I'm at a expo. I'm doing angel readings. I'm having fun. I'm playing. I got cute little outfit on, and I see Randy walk in. I see him out of the corner of my eye, and I look and I go, oh, I know him. I see him at the other expos, and I've always thought Randy was a handsome man. He's tall. He's kind of cute, and. He came in, hi, how you doing? And he went on, and he's talking to everybody. He's being his loving self. And someone had asked him, hey, who's the best reader? That'd be Victoria. So he comes and asks for a reading. And he sits down in front of me. And this is how I connect with my clients. I put their hands in mine so I can feel their energy and I can see what's going on in their soul. And as soon as he did, I went like this. I go, oh, crap, it's him. That's what I'm thinking in my mind. My angels are laughing their head off. His angels are going, well, it's about damn time. But that's what they were saying. That's how I said. That's how I felt it. That's what they were saying. So I'm looking at him. And I'm going, okay, I'm going to have to give this man a reading. And I already saw that we will be married by a certain time. We will have a house. I will not be living in Brentwood, Tennessee anymore. And this is going to happen very quickly. And this is what I hear Ezekiel say. Honey, you asked for this. Be careful for what you asked for. Mm-hmm. You've cleared enough of yourself out to allow the other half to come in. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking at him going, now what? The next day, we went out within 3 weeks. We went out within 3 weeks and haven't been apart since. When this happens, there is a job to be done. Nothing happens just it is what it is. No, it happens for a reason. Everyone can be your twin flame because everyone is God. But the one that's been put in front of you, there is a blueprint to be fulfilled. You'll meet your son. So blessed ones. It doesn't have to be all about passion and sex and all that good stuff. And don't set yourself up for that. Set yourself up knowing that when you do meet your twin flame, it is like going home. You're comfortable. Then the real work begins.
Mm-hmm.
So let's take a deep breath because you're downloading something else. Project my voice. When the work of twin flames begins, they have the ability to heal communities, towns, and the planet. When they are fully at their full potential, their highest self, the ripple effect the twin flames has heals anything that comes into their circle. It first heals the mind. Then it goes to the cells. Then it goes to the body. When you see two twin flames that are preparing, say this with love, preparing and adjusting and forgiving past karma for themselves, each other, you're going to see a lot of times, but it's not what I thought it was going to look like. This doesn't read like the romance novel I just read. This doesn't look like the movie on the screen. No, honey, it's not. Twin flames, when they come together, they help heal each other's karma. Because a lot of twin flames, when they're not at the same frequency level and they're choosing to look outside of self, they collect some horrific karma on themselves. It's usually set in the base chakra. And once that base chakra is fully healed and at peace and feels safe, that's when they're like this. They heal anything that comes in their presence because they're one and they know that they are of God and they're fulfilling a blueprint because they are God. So blessed ones, did you catch the formula? Did you catch it? Law of forgiveness. Send love to your other half. But I love the person I'm married to. That's great. You don't love just to have something. It's not selfish. You love for love's sake. You don't put a price on it. You don't try to put it in a box. You love because it brings more love to you. So, law of forgiveness. Send love to your other half. If this other half is with or has attention somewhere else, do not screw up your karma and fragment your own soul or theirs. Love them enough to walk away. Okay? Love them enough to walk away. Because guess what? You will be at a certain time and place. It may be tomorrow. It may be 1,000 years. But you will, when you are at that union, and loved ones, I just saw the energy here when I said 1,000 years. Guess what? 1,000 years is a blink of an eye. No worries. So when you are with the other half, and guess what? You may be male in that other half, or you may be female. Depends on your karma that you left in the last lifetime. Okay? So when you're standing in front of your other half, and you go, oh, there you are. Where you been? Well, you know, I've been over here in Egypt when you were in Nashville. I've been over here in India when you were in South Carolina. But you knew you were on the planet at the same time. So send love. Please, because it actually puts that person right in front of you. That's the second formula. Download the third, please. With love. When you come to your full power, when you live in the mind of freedom, you're unstoppable. What does that look like? That looks like this. I'm going to be the most loving, gentle human being I can. I'm going to be of service to all that I can. And guess what? I'm not going to expect anything in return. I'm doing it because I'm activating the God within. And when you choose to do this, you're sending out a beacon onto this planet, into this universe. Now, we're going to flip side this just for a second. What if, and it has happened many times, but what if your twin flame is at a different frequency that you are, and you know who that twin flame is? This happens greatly. You see the soul, but he's living in a gutter. You see the soul, you're dealing with a drug addict. You see the soul, you're dealing with a drunk. No job. Couldn't even afford to take you to McDonald's. What do you do then? Do you go lift him up? Dust him off? Guide him? No. It's not your place. It's not even your right. But what your responsibility is, if you want that person to be healed, is to send love to that person. Okay? So, 100 years from now, you see that soul again, and he's in a suit, and he's looking at you grinning, going, hey, you'll recognize one another. It's not all fireworks. 90% of the time, it is not. It is a knowing. It is a calming. You realize you have found home. And when you realize you have found home and you're at peace with that, you're not trying to make it anything else, that's when the blueprint of the living one is revealed to you. Now, not all twin flames are going to do what Randy and I do. But they do make a difference on the planet. They do make a difference on the planet. They do it together. When they're apart, they can, but it's not as strong. But when they're together, they are unstoppable. They make things happen. They shift energy. They heal everything around them. You separate them for any length of time, their battery gets very weak. Okay? So, did y'all get that formula? Okay. Last one. Not all twin flame unions are fun. Not all twin flame unions last. There are many outside forces that can break up twin flames when one twin flame is not at the frequency or awareness of the other. Example, make it halfway clean. Okay. Sexual energy, if they're not on the same level, can break up a twin flame just like that. When they're not on the same frequency, and that base chakra has been so used and misused and misrepresented that one of the twin flames or both have lost their sense of identity of who they truly are and what they truly are, it can cause a lot of friction in the twin flame relationship. I've seen this with clients. I've seen this with friends. When one has collected so much bad karma in this lifetime that it actually debilitates them. It just stops them, puts them in neutral. So when the twin flames were brought together, and I'm looking at a lot of energy workers in here, balance is the key. Because one twin flame is going to be stronger at something else than the other one. With Randy's permission, can we say your name? Okay. Randy has, be loving. Randy has a sense of his human self a lot more than this little one does. She's up here all the time, the spiritual realm. Randy is in this realm. This is perfect. This is what we wanted. That's why we brought them together. Because you put these two forces together, what do? They balance. You don't want both of them up here all the time. You want to be able to have a conversation with them. Same here, in the physical. So you have to be different enough on the outward appearance to balance each other out. But isn't my twin flame just like me? At the soul level, yes. You're looking at the same soul. But we're also human, and I'm lovingly reminded that through my beloved. Honey, don't forget your human side. Because the spiritual side, and I'm just going to have to lovingly say this to the point, be nice. I'm going to have to lovingly say this to the point. I know that I know, because they're telling me, and I trust them without question. So when I say something, it comes out wrong sometimes. It comes out very authoritative. Why are you even questioning me? And I've got to understand, I'm human too. And we must not forget that in our twin soul selves. Yes, you're the same in the soul, but y'all are exactly opposite on the outside. There's a reason. You balance each other out. That way the work of the planet and the blueprint of the living one can get done. So, start sending love to your twin flame. And by doing so, you're doing this, sending love to the self. You're healing yourself as you're healing your twin flame. Okay? You ever just go along, you're minding your own business. You know, you're in a shopping area, looking at labels and stuff, and all of a sudden you're in a very bad mood. Or you're overly emotional. Or you're elated, happy. There's a reason for that. That's how your twin flame is feeling at the time. You don't have to own it. You just stop and make a decision. Ooh, she or he must really need me right now. I'm going to send the law of forgiveness, the law of love, unconditional. What this does, as we've said a few minutes ago, it sends a very light, shining, bright star. She's over here. He's over there. So y'all can start coming together. How difficult is it to be a twin flame and know that you have one with you? It can be very difficult at times. It's as difficult as you make it. But the sole purpose, as we will say throughout this whole teaching, they don't come together just to come together to have good sex. They come together for the blueprint of the living one. There is work to be done. And when Randy brought me here to Knoxville a couple of years ago, I'll be honest with you, I wasn't impressed. You know that. I wasn't impressed. I'm like, oh, I'm seeing a lot of traditional things. I wasn't impressed. Then it was put upon us to come here, not to change anything, just to allow. Just to allow love. Allow a place where people can come and they can be who they are without being questioned and without being told, oh, by the way, you might want to rethink that. That's what the Illuminated Spirit community is. That's why I was led to start it. When Spirit goes, it's time, I'm going, but Randy's not here, he's at work. No, it's time now. And when I'm standing up here, it became very clear to me the only reason they wanted to start the Illuminated Spirit community is this: to empower everyone that hears their voices coming through me, to prick the memory of your soul that you are a walking, living God, to set the mind free. And they give you spiritual tools to put in your toolbox every Sunday. So you can find, refine, thank you. So you can attract the twin flame, your other half, to you. Because I'm going to be honest with you. There's nothing outside of self. There never will be. There never is. Temporary fix at best. And if you have continuously, is that the person? Is this the one? Is this the one? And you're going from one relationship, or have gone to one relationship to the other, the law of forgiveness needs to be brought in and cleared. That's why you have certain practitioners that you go to clear the energy. When Mr. Tom did my energy work, he noticed real quick one of my chakras was just flatlined. It was just because it's been overused and not cleansed. Your other half can't find you when this is like this. Because your other half is not your frequency. It never will be. It's not meant to be. You're meant to balance one another. Okay? Because I'll be lovingly blunt. If they were on the same frequency of you at all times, you'd be bored to death. You really would. Let's talk a little bit about the base chakra. Because when you look at this community, when you look at this planet, a lot revolves around the base chakra. The base chakra is your root chakra, is where all the fear sits. And if it's not cleared, you're blocking yourself. If it's not attended to, you're blocking yourself. What do when you block yourself? You block everyone else. Okay? You can't find somebody if you can't find yourself. So take the time with yourself. Call in the law of forgiveness. Call in the law of, it's okay. I know that I will be with this person one day. I don't need to be on all of those sites. I don't need to be always looking in a place I don't even like being. Frank, Bart. I don't have to put myself in a position to where I compromise my core beliefs. Don't do that. It fragments the soul. Okay, don't do that, honey. The more you choose to do this, the further your twin flame gets from you. You must find the self so you can go find yourself. Last ones, the very last thing. The formulas that we channel through this little one, this is just the beginning. We have shown her many things, and every one of you has the ability that this little one has. Every single one of you. One of the most insulting things you can say to Victoria is this: oh, you're just so special. No, I'm not. I'm one and the same. I am you and you are me. The only reason they speak through me is this. I just gave up and surrendered. I stopped fighting. We are all the same on this planet. The man that is making your French fries at McDonald's at this time can do what I am doing. All you got to do is say, I can't do this anymore. I'm tired of fighting. I surrender. And then they downloaded the decree. I am a blessing to all that sees and hears me. Show me what this looks like. Show me what this feels like now. And when you're comfortable and at peace saying that, hold on to your chairs, honey, because energy's going to shift, whether you like it or not. And it is not always comfortable. But when you say something of that decree and know that you just gave the universe, the living one, whatever you choose to call the living one, permission to bring your other half to you. So blessed ones, law of forgiveness, send love daily to your other half. Know when to walk away. Don't impede anyone's path, because you will be with your twin flame sooner or later, because we all go home. So those are the 3 formulas we offer you today. Did y'all think it was going to be any different? Blessed ones, tend to self so you may find yourself. And so it is. Thank you. Miss Marlene, our high priestess, will be coming up, and she's going to play a beautiful bowl. We ask this of you. There is an opportunity coming into this store. It is between March 3rd and 5th. Now, I don't do very many commercials, but I would like to share this with you. This bed changes life. The John of God crystal bed changes lives. Okay? And for of you in our viewing that cannot be here today that live in the area, look up illuminationsknoxville.com and let's get you on this bed. The Vogel crystals alone are so highly tuned that they can realign your chakras and change your DNA. So don't miss out, okay, hon? Don't miss this opportunity, because it doesn't come around very often. Okay, Miss Marlene.
throat chakras are open, we can all say, I am a blessing.
I
am a blessing
to all that sees and hears me.
And it is so.
Thank you, guys. Next week is A Course in Miracles.